My grandmom and my granddad have been together for a very, very long time. I asked my grandmom why, like it's been long, like almost like 50 or something. I asked him,
Wow.
then what he always tell me is that my grandmom is always right. Like even if at the worst situation, she's always right. You get it? Like
Yeah.
it seems stupid. Like why will someone be always right? Like she is human.
Like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
Welcome to Kinside TV. Today we are going to discuss a topic: things that lead to breakup in relationship. Today I have with me Simon, Abu, and Amy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, our topic for today is we are going to look at things that lead to breakup in relationship in order to have, because we are all young, and then one way or another we will be in relationship. So it's good to get to know things that lead to breakup so that we can have a healthier relationship. Let's get to Vare. Um, we are discussing things that lead to breakup. So, Varet, can emotional, being physical, or let me say emotional or physical abuse, can also be a factor that can lead to breakup in relationship?
Yes, it can actually.
Okay,
Mostly, first, I'll talk about the physical abuse.
okay,
So, people are different. There's this thing that has come on board on social media of no toxic relationships. And there are some females out there that like it.
okay,
And there are some males out there that like it. They feel, no, if my man beats me, it's going to make me not do something else. If my man does that, it's going to make me not do something, this particular thing. Some people like it, some people like
okay,
abuse. But I feel as though one thing we should take into consideration also is that when you're in a talking stage with somebody, remember that we all come from different backgrounds, yeah. And
yeah,
there are some people out there that have childhood traumas already, and the least they want is get into a relationship with an abuser. Maybe they've grown up, their parents were always abusing each other and things of that sort, and you get into a relationship and you find that the person who you think you can run to at whatever time is an abuser. It becomes traumatizing
yeah,
on that part. So being in a relationship with someone that abuse, okay, let me speak for myself. For me, I would never, you hit me once, I am gone. I'm not going to
okay,
sit down in a relationship and say, oh no, it's just maybe a one time thing. No, because the moment you let someone touch you or hit you in an inappropriate way, that's the beginning of everything. They don't stop. It starts
okay,
once, it's going to continue the next time, and they keep coming to you and apologizing. The first time you say, oh no, it's fine. The next time they hit you, no, it's fine. But it becomes a habit by the end of the day. So I feel people that are in abusive relationships shouldn't take it lightly,
Okay.
because the moment it starts, it's not ending. It's definitely not ending. Even if you get married, it's going to be a habit. It will continue. It will never stop, no matter what happens. You go to these victim support units and things like that, you still go back. And one thing also in the African setup, okay, in the past, I don't know about now, but in the
Okay.
past, I feel females were taught that even if your man hits you, it's okay. It's just maybe him trying to control you. It's okay. Don't leave the relationship. Just stay in there. And most people have grown up with it, knowing that if I get hit by a man, then it's fine. It's normal. I have to stick in the relationship. So all those factors are things that we tend to overlook, but these are things that we should actually bring into consideration. An abusive relationship is not a place that someone should feel they are safe in.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't be there. And not only, and abuse is not only on the female's part. Abuse can be also be on the male's part, because there are females out there that beat their men. There are females out there that they don't even think. They're just going to hit the man like it's nothing. And sometimes people might think, oh no, it's mostly the female is a victim. No, there are men out there that are victims of their own relationships. And
Yeah.
abuse is not only physical, emotional. I think you did
Emotional.
mention about, yes. There are females that don't know how to talk, and they emotionally abuse the people that they are with. It can be insults. Insults is it's a form of emotional abuse. Some people might think it's something simple, it's nothing, but insulting someone is a form of emotional abuse. Maybe bullying them, or maybe using their past experience, or maybe their childhood traumas against them. That's a form of emotional abuse. And some might just say, oh no, maybe I'm joking or stuff like that. But no, that's another form of abuse. And that's what most people tend to overlook. They just say, oh no, they think abuse is all about being physical. Abuse can be mentally, it can be emotionally, it
Emotionally.
can be including spiritually. That's
Okay.
all abuse. So if you just feel your partner has reached that point, they are becoming abusive, no matter the form, what form it is, I don't think it's safe to stay in there. And that most, for now, I'm going to say it goes to the males, because females have the tendency of becoming victims. Even if you're
Yeah.
the one that was in the wrong, you're the one that abused the other person, you will make it like it was them that did it to you. So males, no matter how good looking your woman is, even if she ends whatever, if you're just in that relationship, please run as fast as you can.
Run as fast as you can. Thank you very much for that. Jeffrey, um, let's listen to you and then your last word. So, failure to address and resolve conflict, can that one also lead to breakup? When there's a
Can you give me a question
conflict,
again? I didn't hear you.
when there's a conflict in the relationship and you fail to solve it,
When there's a conflict.
yeah, in the relationship and you fail
Okay.
to solve it,
Mhm.
can
Can it
also
be?
lead to a breakup.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Okay.
it depends on how, for instance, uh, let me use my own situation. I grew up in a family whereby I never saw my dad and my mom fighting.
Okay.
The worst I saw was they were arguing like it was a heated argument. I don't know if this thing I picked it from my dad. I don't know if it's good. One thing about women is that my okay, I'm talking like in terms of a guy.
Yeah.
I asked my grandma and my granddad have been together for a very, very long time. I asked my grandmom why, like it's been long, like almost like 50 or something. I asked him,
Wow.
then what he always tell me is that my grandmom is always right. Like even if even if at the worst situation, she's always right. You get it? Like
Yeah.
it seems stupid. Like why will someone be always right? Like she is human. But the thing is, in terms of conflict, you have to make sure that, for instance, for me, I I don't I don't give the opportunity to go one on one with women. You can't
Okay.
unless the woman don't know how to talk. If the woman knows how to talk one on one with the woman, you can't win. Do you get it? So
Yeah.
there's always a way you have to find to calm down conflict in terms of when it starts, you should be able to be aware of it. So resolving conflict is very important. If you want a relationship to, you don't have to over it. Then it will be something different. So it is important that you should not even you should find a way to close it. Just find a way to close it. When you find a way to close it, then you talk with the woman. It's better off. In the same vein, if the woman too has to know the man, probably the man does not like talking or the man likes talking. So it should be a way whereby you should know the person you are marrying. You should know one thing that you should be aware of even before you get married to the man or the woman is how do they resolve conflict. Nibufu. I don't know if anyone speaks here. Like if the person gets annoyed, how do
Okay.
you people resolve conflict? So if the guy or the girl has a tendency to resolve conflict easily, then it's a good thing. It's better than when there's a conflict in there, then you guys, or when there's a conflict, the guy goes out for almost like 2 days, he's not back, he's with his male friends playing games, then he come back the third day, then you people not talk about it. When the woman gets annoyed or there's a conflict, he does crazy things, big this one, people don't talk about it. It's breed something like all those kind of things that we've been hearing. Then they will say, oh, the woman has been putting like grinded bottles into the food for the guy to eat. Then the guy was found dead. Do you think it was just one day for a woman to just grind bottles into a food for a man to eat? No,
No.
it has been like several months and years of
Yes.
stacked problems that were not resolved. So the woman like is tired. Then it's, like emotions are easy to be like flammable. You see, how I control my emotions will be different from how Abu or Simon control his emotions. How Amy like will control emotions is different from how Violet will control emotions. So don't assume that people will act the same way as you act. Okay, if you insult me, probably I might insult you back. Probably Abu might cause some guys to beat you up. Okay, so you have to know the person you are marrying, how the person's when it comes to violence, without issues, how the person resolves it. If something that you feel like this guy or girl is easy to reason with, okay, easy to forgive, easy to talk about issue, I think is a best option. All these things, like it's important, because if the girl is in psychology, I said it's, I forgot the word, like it's a yellow sunshine, like it's a
Okay.
crazy girl, like he tends to have fun, he tends to do things crazy, and you're a guy that you should know that this is the kind of girl that you are marrying. So you know the behavior types, you know how to control her. So all these things help. So sometimes they'll tell you this woman can control. No, there is no lady that can be controlled by a man, or there is no man that cannot be controlled by a lady. There's
Okay.
always your type there that can control you. If you are smart as any word that you can describe with, there's someone who can control you. So as partners, we need to like each other. You should be able to cool your husband down when he's hot. You should be able to calm your wife down when he's hot. You should be able to be tolerant. It's very important in relationship. Be tolerant. Just be listening ear to the lady. Let the lady talk. Like if you give the lady the whole like Moncasa, like let her feel free. When she talks, then you're giving that listening here. Like she feels like, I don't know how to put it. She feels okay, pampered.
Yeah.
Then you are able to resolve it easily. Okay, but if you don't do that, that's when it creates problems. It creates conflict at the end. Then there's a whole lot of mess up there. So I think it's important for us to resolve it. Know your person you are with, know how each of you will bond, know how he or she can resolve conflict issues. When that happens, I think it moves the relationship forward. It's let it last long, and I think it's but let's always, I don't know, but let's always be right for at least. Then you can you can talk it out. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think I watched an interview. Think they were Germans, and then the guy asked them, "How are you able to be together to this age?" They were both old. The man said that I always listen to my wife.
You have
As
to.
they have said that
It's
she's always
principle.
right. So
You have to
in
listen.
relationship, she is always right. All right. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Okay, thanks.
Emmy, let me
Yes.
listen to your last words. But before that, let me ask you this question. Insufficient time. Because I hear some ladies say that my guy doesn't have time for me, doesn't have time for me. So insufficient time spent together due to busy schedules, like the guy is busy, can it be a factor in breakup?
I think for me, the concept of insufficient time is not, for me, I would say it's not completely valid.
Okay.
Why? Because I believe that if you really like someone and you will manage to have enough, like,
Enough
I
time
would
for
say, like, I'm not saying enough, but you will have time for this to spend with this person. It's like, with, I'm not talking about the whole day.
okay.
You have at least, I mean, maybe 1 minute. And spending time is not always like being together. It's like maybe texting, calling, or even sending something. I don't know. Let's say I'm traveling. I have to go to Berlin, and maybe my boyfriend is in Frankfurt, and I know I'm always like busy. I don't have time maybe to text. Don't have time to call, which is not actually, I don't believe in this, because at least, I mean, at a point you will have like a few moments and you will be able, for example, to leave a small text. Oh, how was your day? How was your day? And like, I'm doing this. I will call you later when I will have time. Just this is just to let her know that at the point, or let him know that at the point that, okay, I today I want to check up on you. It's important.
Okay.
So I think this kind of thing is like the main reason even that cause people to break up in a relationship, because I think if you're not able to give your time, which is precious, to someone else, it means that, I mean, it means a lot.
Yeah.
You can start making your own conclusion about how the person feel about you.
Abu, what are the things that you think that lead to breakup
Okay.
in relationship?
All right. Thank you so much, Ken, for having me today in your
You're
show.
welcome.
And then the topic of discussion is something very, very important. And then I think we need to talk about it. Okay,
Yeah.
from the perspective of our own culture. Okay. Yeah. The relationship is a broader topic, if you see, but
Yeah.
if you want to cut it short, we are talking about between a man and a woman.
A man and a woman. Yeah.
It is very, very important, and we have been seeing these days, not even these days, recently, not many relationships are lasting for more than 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years. Even marriage barely lasts for 5 years now. So
Exactly.
I think this topic is very, very important. And I have been seeing, I see that, and I have this confidence we have young, brilliant people that can give ideas. Okay, for me, the first thing about the topic is, I think it's all about our ethic,
Okay.
where we from, okay, our culture. Like, if you know that where you from, Okay, you learn from your great grandparents how they make relationship, how they make things work between man and a woman. Let's say in marriage, for instance,
Yeah.
we are leaving everything behind now. We want to adopt culture that is not for us. Okay, if you always want to do that, you leave who you really are, you end up making a mistake. So the number one thing is we tend to leave what is our culture, what is our ethic, what is our upbringing, what
Okay.
should we do to tolerate each other in a relationship. So in the end, you're gonna lose everything. Okay, let's say for instance, I don't want to go ahead. I don't want to go in deep in mentioning other ethics, but let's say if I'm a black guy or I'm from Africa, I wanted to adopt a Western culture in a relationship. Obviously, I'm going to mislead myself. So that is one of the reasons that causes a breakup in a relationship. But the most important thing here is tolerance. Okay, I am a mature guy who is brought up from a different world. I met a very young, brilliant girl, maybe 20 years or 25 years, and we started a relationship. It's obvious that we have different way of thinking. Okay, we have different way of upbringing. So okay, I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. So because of tolerance, that will make us to live together. Okay, there might be things in my life that she don't like, and there might be things in her life that I don't like. But we have to create this level play field for each other so that the relationship will work.
All right. All right. All right. Simon.
Ken,
Si-
I don't know, but today is not really.
yeah.
But
Today is not
I,
helping Simon. Let's listen to your last words and
yes,
then.
I mean the last thing that I'm gonna say is that for me, I always tell anybody that I go into relationship with, whenever we are having an argument or you are angry or you are whatever, you make sure that whatever you say to me shouldn't be something that you cannot take back.
Yeah.
So if you are angry, whatever, you can just say whatever you want, but make sure that the thing that you say, you should be able to, defend the thing when you are calm. So
Okay.
because yes, I have five sisters, so I know how to, and I will not say manage, but I will know how to deal with women
Yeah.
because of the experience I have with my sisters. So for me, the most important thing, if you have an argument, you are sad or something, make sure that how you communicate it shouldn't offend the other person after you are calm or something. And I mean, as I said initially, relationship is between two people, and then the effort you both put in it, you will get the best outcome from it. I mean, that would be the last thing that I would say.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. In relationship, the effort you put in it is the same effort that you are going to get. So it should be 50-50. Or if there's a balance, the other person need to back it up. So we covered cultural differences, and then you need to know the expectations. You should let your expectations right at the start of the relationship, and then we have to also respect each other. The women are always right. Guys, just keep that in your head. Women are always right. Thank you very much. And
Ken,
if you have any comment, just put it at the comment section, and then try to subscribe to Kinside TV so that anytime we bring out the video, you'll be the first person to watch. Thank you,
Ken,
my guest. Man,
Ken.
yeah,
Yes. I think Abu nearly brought a topic that we will spend like a year to discuss. That
Uh-huh.
I was listening to Abu's comment, and then he made statement about the cultural differences. For me, I didn't understand this because relationship doesn't know. This is okay. We will have a really lengthy discussions about it,
Mm.
and then he also started the you don't need to listen to your parent thing that we have already fought about it some time ago. We will have time for another day.
We will have time for another day.
So,
But
Ken, I think you have to, maybe you have to have us again, because this topic is
yeah,
very important and it is broad. When you tell me before, initially, I told you that this could be a very broad topic. Yeah, I mean the culture and our ethics. What I mean, recently, we have all grown people. We know how people are treating their relationship. I'm talking about when it comes to the maximum level, like what Jeff is saying. When we start a relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend, your main focus have to be, okay, is this going to be my lifetime partner? You don't have to
okay.
spend 3 years together and then have a breakup. You
Yeah,
have, it's like
does not
you
make
lost
sense.
years of your life. So you need to decide, okay, this is going to be my lifetime partner. And if you start a relationship with that person, you end up getting married. You don't have to forget where you from. Okay,
Okay.
to be honest, in this life, there are other sector of people. I'm not going to mention other, but if you put something in a relationship, they will never find it because they don't know how to manage relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say plainly, Western culture, their way of life, and our culture, Africans, our way of life is different. Our great grandparents have been married for more than 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Okay, but why young people like us, our marriage never lasts for 5 years and we start having problems.
Yeah.
So I have this belief, maybe we tend to forget our culture, our tradition, okay? How man and a woman should tolerate each other in a relationship. A man should listen to his wife, and a wife should know that my man is responsible over me and my children. So if you want to be, if a woman want to be a man in the house, obviously it will never work. So I believe we tend to leave our culture, our ethic, and we tend to forget everything about our culture. So that's one of the most important thing I was trying to explain. I don't know whether Simon understand my point.
All right. All right. This topic, we will do the part two of it. So hopefully next week we will do the part two of it because I know where Simon is coming from. I think Jeff was also aware, and then we
Yeah,
know it's
I
true
know.
that the cultural differences is always somehow problem in relationship that
I
we
have
need
a
to
good
talk.
story that I want to say, but I think time,
Yeah.
so probably the
So
part
next
two.
week we will discuss about the part two of it, but we'll talk about things that can. We are not going to talk about the breakup, but things that
Okay.
can the healthy relationship. Those things that can. So we will talk about those things, and then I think we will talk about the cultural differences, how to resolve that in a relationship in order to have a healthy relationship. Thank you very much, my guest. And then I appreciate that you took your time, busy schedules for this program. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah. All right.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello